Ladies and gentlemen, this is KageKaze coming back with the Witch Doctor. Alright, last video we hit level 18 and we haven't looked at the abilities I picked up. So, I looked at it a bit. I'm going to go with this build. It's a little awkward, but let's give it a shot. Some of these abilities are kind of hard to work with together while keeping existing skills that I had. So, I'm thinking I'm going to have to maybe change something about here. Let's actually, I'm going to remove my Spirit Walk for zombie dogs. There we go. Alright, so what I got my Corpse Spiders, the Spider Queen. It summons a Spider Queen that bursts Spiderlings, dealing 16% weapon damage as poison to enemies in the area. It lasts 15 seconds. You can only have one summoned at a time. I went ahead and took a look at that. It's kind of an interesting skill. I'm imagining she's going to hunt the enemy down just like the regular spiders do. So that's kind of a moving AoE field. That's nice. I decided to combine that with my Groping Eels, so I'm going to have quite a bit of area of effect damage over time going on. Alright, the zombie dogs, I just picked those because I happen to have Sacrifice on me. The reason I have Sacrifice on me is because I have Black Blood. That is, Ichor erupts from the corpses of zombie dogs and slows enemies by 60% for 8 seconds. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at it real quick. And there it is, that's the Ichor, and it looks like it doesn't linger at all. I guess it just hits enemies once and then that's the slow you get. I don't think I care for that. If it was a slowing field, that would be a little more useful, I think. So we'll have to see how I feel about that. I might end up getting rid of this overall towards the end here. The last thing I got was Haunt and the Consuming Spirit, and the Spirit returns 8 life per second. So I now have kind of a healing effect for myself. Because of this, because of Sacrifice, because of Black Blood, I picked up Circle of Life so that I can get more zombie dogs if enemies die nearby me. Because I'm not worried about the dogs surviving, I'm more interested in using them to blow them up. So that seems like the best. I mean, it'll get better once I get 20 and I can have more than one passive, because honestly this is a small radius and small proc chance, but it can happen. It can. In the meantime, I went ahead and did some crafting because I haven't done it in a while. And I came up with these 4 items. I've got myself some shoulders with 48 armor, some vitality and experience. It's less vitality but more experience and more armor, so I'm going to go ahead and let's zoom in so we can see it. I'll wear it. There it is, little kind of a skull. Look at that. Look at that. He's kind of cute. He's pretty good with the voodoo. Yeah. Okay. So I got these boots here with 20 vitality, quite a bit there with 8 movement speeds. That's really good for this level, I'd say. We're going to put that on, get some life. Look at chic. And I can make my first yellow item from crafting. The only other yellow item I got was from the butcher, of course. This is the Chasm, a rare helm. It's the arming helm, I do believe. It's got some dex, int, and vital on it. The dex I don't really care so much. That's a little bit of dodge, but it's the intelligence and vitality, and it's got a socket on it. The one thing I am going to do here is with this helm is I'm going to kind of speed up my experience gain. I can increase it by a percentage, and what I'll do is I'll put one of these square rubies in to give me 17 extra experience. That's not going to that's not really going to break the leveling experience. It's going to make leveling a bit faster and kind of make it a little bit easier to level up each time during one of these videos. However, for the weapon that I crafted, 23.8, so it's fairly nice here. It's got 2 more regen than the one I've currently got. I lose the maximum mana and the experience, but it's more damage. I could easily put one of those rubies in here, and I could probably one-shot almost everything in my path. That's really not what I'm going for. I'm still trying to learn the builds as I go. If I kill everything, then I don't learn anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the only chip gem I really have right now, which is an amethyst. I haven't found any yet in Act 2. Gems will start dropping here in Act 2. I just haven't found any yet. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there, get myself +2 hit to life. So there we go. There's my dagger. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and put on the helmet. That's kind of nifty. Look at that. And that helmet was indeed, let me go here to can equip, the Journeyman Arming Cap. I kind of like how the Witch Doctor's helmets turn into masks, no matter which class they were originally intended for. What I'm going to do is sell. I'm looking at the current value.
Because I will just take them off your body again when you are dead.
The current value of normal mats is about 50 for essence, or sorry, 25 for essence, 25 for teeth. So if you get a yellow, if it sells for more than 50, I'm just going to sell it. That's 200. I mean, these are already more than 50. I mean, each of these blues, it's just worth selling instead of trying to disenchant them. I can always buy more mats. Oops. Before I go on, I am going to go use the healer because I did take a bit more hit points there. I used to have 800. I now have over 1,000. That is nice.
Death may be upon us all soon, but I shall do what I can to ease your pain.
So it's going to be a little bit easier now, but I'm still trying to keep some challenge to it. And we're at the Kasim Outpost. Tell me a bit about yourself, Cormac.
I have considered what we discussed, and you are correct. I know little about my past, beyond what my order has told me. But what does it matter? Look what they have done for me. They've turned me into a living weapon, a light against darkness.
I am not sure that the darkness you speak of is not in the order you serve. You must be able to remember your past, to know the truth.
I wouldn't know how to begin. How do I seek memories that have been taken from me?
Ground Otatsu root would uncover every memory in your head, or make you blind. It is a dangerous route.
You may be right. I will find a way to take back my memories and exonerate my order.
Okay, so it can bring back your memories, or it can make you blind. Right. These are the choices we have to make, people. I was told I'd go blind if I kept that up.
The Valrus manuscript lists Asmodan as the best battlefield commander of all demons, having defeated the angels many times in the eternal conflict across Pandemonium and the primevals in the demonic civil war. If the Lord of Sin ever assaults our realm, we truly have much to fear.
There's something odd about those guards.
Tiny bit of lag there.
Captain of the Guard, you are hereby ordered to send a band of your most loyal men to secure the Kasim outpost. Control of the city hangs by a thread. The commoners are becoming restless, and it is imperative that we subdue them. Remain vigilant, for there may already be an outsider within our borders looking to stir up trouble.
Indeed.
We've been safe ever since the Imperial Guard.
If you need a place to camp until the gates are open, there is room.
The Imperial Guard will keep us safe.
Yeah, sure they
You
will.
must open the gate. I need to go to Alcarnos.
You must be mad. But if you're intent on rushing headlong to your death, talk to Captain David down in the command post. He's got the gate key.
We move.
Here you are, delivered unto me as a sacrifice, a gift from Lord Belial.
There is a sacrifice here, but it is not I. Your master sent you to this place as bait to take me from Chaldeum.
No, he would never betray me. Strike him down.
Your master is the Lord of Lies. You matter not to him.
Not bad. That's going to take some getting used to. Definitely quite a bit of damage going out with the combination of the grasp and the spider. I do like this. The spirit returning 8 life per second. The beautiful thing about that is the more I have out, the more life I'm getting back per second.
Not a moment too soon. They plan to sacrifice us to Belial. Iron Wolves, take back the town!
We've been discovered.
Has Maghda reached Alcarnos?
Yes, we've heard rumors of a horrible slaughter there.
Then you must open this gate. I must save who I can. I can hear the spirit's anguish. Alcarnus cannot be far.
I have thought of a way to retrieve my lost memories, but it is dangerous. I must ask you to promise me.
Maghda has ordered your death, and it will be so.
Just move the spider back a bit. There we go. Alright, Cormac, they interrupted you. Say that again.
I have thought of a way to retrieve. Should I lapse into my old sins, whatever they may be, you must kill me, as I killed you.
I still say I see no darkness in you, but tell me your plan.
I cannot hear him.
Give me a clue.
He will pass your words. Quiet.
Devoted to the Templar Order. What if he discovered something that made him betray him? It matters not, for I must do this anyway.
And just run around, run around. Hey, I got a dog. Not hear him at all. Hold on, let's take a quick look here, shall we? He just got out. I got out of away from him. Kind of a shame. All right, well, we'll move on.
Evil has been rebuked.
That life return is pretty nice. I was pretty much just able to run all the way around those guys. Eels, spiders, yeah, look at all that.
You die!
I've got lots of damage over time here. I put up haunts, I put up eels, I put up spiders.
Ordered your death, and it will be so.
I suppose the hardest thing I have with this build is I don't do any real direct damage. Everything is over time. I can't just say burst an enemy down that I think needs to die right away. Most I can do is try and throw another dot on it. So if I got like a group of little things, I want to try and kill them all at once, it's still going to take time.
We camp, lying in wait for a hero of incredible prowess. My gut churns with the suspicion that we are simply fodder. I have heard tales of this hero wading through our ranks, slaughtering us as if we were children. I will not sleep again tonight, I fear.
Like putting down one of these AoEs right where the threshers are trying to come up on. It looks like it actually hurt him while he was underground, although that could have been my haunt. I think I hit that one with a haunt before he burrowed. So that is a beautiful thing about the spell like haunt. Pardon on that, I had to move the microphone just a tiny bit. There, it's alright, we're moving on. We're killing things slowly over time. This is...
Need more time.
Torturous to the enemy, really. They sit there, they watch their health slip away, and they think, hey, maybe I can survive, maybe, and then no, their life slowly drains from their body. So they are not but husks that form of cells. Yes. I'm not evil. What? Not evil. I'm chaotic neutral. That's it. Yes. Come on, get some health back. There we go.
time.
I'm thinking I should replace the eels with the Grasp of the Dead that slows the enemies down a bit more.
A worthy foe.
Oh dear. This would have been the perfect time to have Spirit Walk.
That was a worthy foe.
Hey, an actual yellow. Very nice. Let's see what it is. 18.2 with Dex. Life on hit. Not bad. Not bad. Ooh, 141 shield. What have you got there? 88, but that's got strength. Is this one? No. Try and keep your strength up.
I am blinded by sweat.
Sure it's not the root? Or some other kind of activity? You know? Just saying.
You may have escaped us at the Qasim outpost, but now you will die.
The phrase "just saying" is a rather interesting one. It's like you're trying to nullify any kind of negative comment you may have said just by saying "just saying." I don't think it absolves you of that, really. Alright, there's a chest up here, but that's about it. And Haunt still, of course, jumps to the nearest target. Perfect. Oh, these bees. Spiders eat bees, yeah? Yeah? That's what I'm hoping on. Okay, so let's see, while we're traveling through the harsh, arid desert wasteland here, let's see, what has happened recently? Yeah, there's been a, I think it was Mike Morhaime, put out a letter to the Diablo fans out there on the Blizzard main site, and of course a copy of it is on Diablo fans. This happened a few days ago. Again, apologies for being a bit slower on the content lately. But he did put out this letter, and it's fairly lengthy read. I would suggest going out and taking a look at it. Again, it's on Diablo fans if you haven't seen it, or it should be on the official forums. Sorry, on the official Blizzard forums. So, to go into a few details of what he talked about, it's apparently something I missed here. I don't know, I think I just might have missed when this happened, but what they're talking about is the patch 104 is going to be a combination patch. See, I had always been under the assumption, and I think it was this way for a while, that there was going to be a balancing patch, and then after the balancing patch they were going to put out the patch for the legendary items and what they were changing there. So at some point the patches got combined. So 104, the next patch that we're slated to get, is actually a combination of balancing and legendaries. So that sounds good to me. Unfortunately, have no idea when it's going to come out. This letter had no changes to that. We have no idea still. Soon, trademark. So he did talk about some of the things, or at least some of the CMs have been talking about it as well. Some of the things that they're doing with these legendaries. They've given us no examples, but they are saying that there's going to be some very interesting things on these legendaries that we haven't seen before. It's sounding a lot like the ideas that I had mentioned in the past, where Things such as in Diablo 2, you'd have weapons with very special procs for skills and things like that. So they may end up going into that, and I'm fairly excited to see what they do.
Between here and Alcarnus.
Diablo was the youngest of the prime evils, but I found him the most dangerous, for his power over terror left him incapable of feeling fear. Though he had easily possessed and corrupted many humans, Diablo's essence was finally trapped in a soul stone and banished to the unfathomable abyss 20 years ago.
Fear pain.
Well, that was a slow death. Yeah, this is a lot of area damage, not really intended for single target. I got a dog, probably blew him up. Alright, come on back, spider, help me out. There we go. Come on back up.
We have done it.
So the Spider Queen does kind of slowly seek them out. I'm not sure how I feel about the Spider Queen. I think the damage might be a little low. Mainly my problem is she moves so slowly that fast packs hardly touch her. I put her in the path, and these guys here, you know, yeah, they're going to get hit by it because they're standing still. But the faster guys, they're not getting hit by it, not at all.
I can't believe it's over.
See, I also had this bad habit of trying to throw another spider, even though one's already out there. Let's see, that was a mistake because I held shift. Alright, let's get a few haunts out there, get myself some life back. See my life slowly increasing. I suppose that is the one good thing this build is good. You know, the one thing this build is really good for is I can throw out a bunch of damage sources. I can throw out the spider. I can throw out some haunts. I can throw down my grasp of the dead. Heck, I've even got a few dogs every now and then, and I can just run if I need to be. GTFO. Get the heck out of the way.
The spirits smile upon me.
Alright, well, it looks like we might be able to get to change it just a little bit before we get to Maghda here. I got a new active skill category. I've got Summon Zombie Dog's Final Gift. Ooh, Vampire Bats. Alright, let's just real quick go back. My new skill category is my Voodoo, so I get my Gargantuan. Finally, my pets are going to be a little bit more useful now. Alright, this is Gargantuan. It's 87 mana, 60-second cooldown. It's a Gargantuan zombie to fight for me. Gargantuan attacks for 25% weapon damage as physical. That is great. And he's a lifelong companion. Yes, indeed he is. Okay, so that being the case, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the sacrifice. I'm not caring for it. What do I want instead? I've got a Gargantuan. Let's make him last a little longer. Let's give him Jungle Fortitude. So let's take off everything else. I think I'm going to get rid of the Spider Queen. So what do we have here? We have Firebats, Vampire Bats. Gain 2.5% of damage done by the bats as life. And that's pretty interesting. You know what I could do is I could make kind of a vampiric build out of that. I could go here. And let's see, what do I want to do here? I'm going to get Spirit Walk back because I like Spirit Walk. But I'm thinking if I do Vampire Bats, I could also do, since they give me life back, I could also do my Haunt and get life back from that. That could be an interesting vampiric build. Well, let's give it a shot. Question is, what else do I want? Soul Harvest, Sacrifice. Let's look at the bats here. This is vampiric bats. Does it change? Okay. Yes, it changes. It looks pretty cool. They look like
I do not have enough mana.
Black bats with red auras. Makes me think of Dracula from Castlevania. Okay. Since I do have to stand still for that. Oh no, I can't pick grass with the dead. Never mind, I did get this. I got Final Gift. Zombie dogs have a 15% chance to leave behind a health globe when they die. Okay. So there's... what could we do with that, right? You know what I could possibly do with that? This will be interesting. Let's try this. We're going to go back on this. I'm going to go back to Sacrifice. I'll go ahead and pick up Black Blood. And what I'll do instead of Jungle Fortitude is give myself Gruesome Feast, which gives me mana and intelligence for health globes. So, I have these dogs. If they die or if I blow them up, I get a chance of getting health globes, which gives me health, mana, and damage. I like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep Spirit Walk, although I'm not entirely sure about that one. I find it very useful to have an escape mechanism, to be honest. There's been a few times where I really wanted to have it back there, so I can't think of anything else I want more. So what I'll do is let's just pick a primary at this point. Explosive Toads. Still not really caring for the Spider Queen too much. Especially since I'm going to be using the Firebats. I should get something a little bit more range that I can use as direct damage, maybe. Or I don't know, maybe. Think about it. The Spider Queen is doing damage, and then I can go up and do damage with Firebats. All right, let's just try it. There's a lot of different ways I could go about doing this, honestly, and it's going to be a little difficult for me to kind of peg down exactly what I want. Let's get my Gargantuan up. Hey, look at that big guy. How you doing there, buddy? Look at you. Skulls on your back and... Aw. You're so cute. I'm going to call you Fluffington. Alright, so... dogs. They're purple. Huh. Okay. Oh, this way. Sorry, I'm a horrible tour guide. Yes. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's still a little rough, I know.
Maghda. Such sad tales have reached me of your truly abysmal failure to stop the enemy.
Need more mana.
Outpost. But at least the star has been found. Once we eliminate her and her allies, this obnoxious little world will fall to me, and perhaps you, if you survive.
I'm deciding. I'm going to Numbing Dart.
Need more time.
So yeah, I'm still a little rough, as you can probably tell. Turns out I've got a sinus infection, yes. Lovely. I love sinus infections, really. Nothing like having your sinuses drained and constantly feeling like there's something in your nose, mucus, whatever. And you try and get rid of it, but no, nothing comes out, because there's nothing really there. Right. I'm on antibiotics. It's wonderful. Hopefully I'll feel better soon. Right. That's another reason why the content's been a little bit slower. So then I've been doing a little research into what would be good to kind of do things, videos on. And then there's the Steam Summer Sale that's been going on. Yeah, that's a huge drain on the wallet. But aside from that, it's also a great source of interesting games to play. I've been thinking about covering some of the games that just recently came to Steam that are free to play. I already went over Tribes once. I'm thinking about doing a couple spotlight videos on the classes. I've got at least one class that's got all of its items unlocked, so I can at least do that. Let's see. I'm looking at the free-to-play games like Rusty Hearts, Dungeon Fighter Online, Vindicus. A couple more free-to-play games coming out down the road that look really good. There's Hawken, a first-person shooter mech-type game. And then MechWarrior 5 apparently got turned into MechWarrior Online. I lost track of this game. There was a video online a while back.
Needs more time. For
MechWarrior, a new MechWarrior game. And I've recently found out new news about MechWarrior Online. And it turns out the original footage for MechWarrior 5 was also part of this project, so that got turned into Mech Online. So yeah, that's going to be free to play. A new MechWarrior game. Who knew? That looks like it could be pretty good. And it looks like if I put some money into it, I can get early access to it next month. So I can start looking into that. So that's kind of exciting to me.
I will send your spirit to the unformed land. There, your victims eagerly await your arrival.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch, Leah. Soon, her power shall be his.
There's a health glow. Let's go ahead and grab them to get some more damage. There we go. Put the dogs out. Roll for minions. Get some more globes for damage. The beautiful thing is, slow you down, slow you down. Dogs are just killing her minions so fast. Even if I lose the dogs to do damage to her, I don't need them because I'm...
Let your spirit be at ease, Gargantuan. The Coven will trouble these lands no more.
Another triumph for righteousness. Let the wicked tremble.
When I joined the Coven, it was weak and idle. The leaders were content to do nothing, while the prime evils were imprisoned. I convinced another witch to help me poison them, and together we took control. She left some years later.
As the life drained from Maghda's broken form, she swore that her master, the demon lord Belial, would rule our world. I will not let this come to pass.
She left some years later, but I continued bringing the Coven to glory under Lord Belial. Yeah, well, now you're dead.
Before she breathed her last, Maghda said that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. The Guard's human form is a veil. They are serpent demons who worship and serve Belial.
then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
A Shearer of the Iron Wolves can help us to reach the Emperor. I will ask for her aid.
Alright. So there we go. We've taken out Maghda. And we're going to move on to Belial from here. So. Let's look at our loot. And one other good thing that was great about getting those health globes is it also kept the Gargantuan alive. He does a pretty good job of staying alive, but I did notice he was taking some damage, and even though I don't have jungle fortitude, I was able to keep him alive through health globes. So that worked out pretty good. This isn't too bad here. Might consider continuing to use it. The only thing is I have to get used to only having 2 active abilities, really. Everything else aside from Spirit Walk is just kind of working towards its own, or Sacrifice I have to pull whenever the dogs are getting low. So let's see, did I get anything interesting? I got a belt with strength, so no. Let's go up and get ready to sell all this.
There ain't most of my items have almost no blood left.
Melee attacker state damage, I don't care. Alright, dexterity. Plenty of armor. That's okay. Ooh, look at that, lots of vitality and magic find. I lose a bit of damage, but I think overall it's better protection. Let's keep him. Ooh, a 21.4 axe. I don't think that's going to be as good as what he's got. 22. No. Okay, let's get rid of that.
For cheap because I will just take them off your body again when you are dead.
You don't need the bow either. And here we go, 2 shrunken heads. Oh, and I also picked up a chip ruby, which is going in here for more damage. Yay! Okay. So here we have 3 to 5 damage, 12 int, 7 vital, 12 maximum mana. Melee takes 1 damage, monsters grant 5 experience, health globes grant life. It's a pretty good list of items there, jeez. What's over here? 3 to 5, so they both have 3 to 5. This one's got 16 intelligence, so this one has less but more items on it. This one has magic find, max mana, max mana, and monsters grant experience. I'm thinking this one on the left is a little better. Less damage because of the intelligence, and I don't get the magic find, but I love the vital. It also has experience on it, though less. And yeah, I think I like that one. Let's do that. Excellent.
Sure, there's more buyers in the city, but I like it up here.
Death may be upon.
I have translated a strange passage from Jondar's journal. Long before he began serving Maghda, he found a set of what he called key words hidden in a dusty librum. He writes that when he read these words, memories from his past returned to torment him. It was at that point that he began to mistrust the Order, though he did not say why. I am prepared to look upon these words and risk my soul. But I want you to understand something. I know I may die at any time. When I do, it must be without a single doubt that I am serving the light.
You test your faith. There is no shame in that.
Thank you, my friend. But please, remember your promise.
Indeed. I do like the story behind Cormac, and I'm looking forward to an expansion possibly going into more detail on it. In the meantime, I've completely decolorized my gear. It was too pretty. Too pretty. Actually, I did like the mask's color. It was kind of a blue. And I've ruined it. I'm all ashen gray now. Booga booga. Oh well. Alright, done with Maghda. I'll go ahead and end this segment here. And then we'll start moving on to work towards Belial, which means soon we are going through the Oasis, and then my least favorite part of Act 2, the Desolate Sands. Ugh. It's about as beautiful as it sounds, really. Okay. It's KageKaze signing off, and I'll see you guys again on the next one.